Hello everybody, this is the technician from Services Unlimited Inc. Parts Guru. Again, this time I'm trying to display how to disassemble the Jura Z5, and this machine is actually the same as the Z6 and Z7, but we are demonstrating here. This machine came in for repairs, and we will show you how to disassemble this baby. Remove the water tanks, and the dump box, as usual in all models, it rides on the tray. And we have two sets of screws. One is the torque screw and the other one the typical Jura oval head screw. So we have 4 locations for the oval head screws that we will remove, and there are about equal number of the torque screws to be removed. Now here on the right side of the machine you have the water tank. You remove the water tank. The torque screws size 10. This is not the same size. Okay, here's another one. On this side here below, where you have the access to the bean hopper, another torque screw size 10. Then we have the oval head screws, 2 of them. This is that baby, which is the unlocking key, the special key for Jura machines. This is one oval head screw to be removed from here. The other one is here. Two of them are in the back. This logo is hiding 2 of them, and the trick to remove this logo is to press it and turn it clockwise about 1/8 of an inch, and that will unlock itself and pull out. And those are the babies sitting here, the torque screws. So these are the screws basically that pretty much will help undress the baby. The rear panel is out easily. For the side panels, we have to lift the top. While I was trying to remove the right side panel, I realized that they have a change here, a little oval head screw on the bottom. This is new, so I will remove the torque screw that is located in the bottom. After I remove the one oval head screw at the bottom here, now the panel will slide back and come off. Now I can remove the top cover. So the entire machine is now bare naked, and we can show you the parts that are there. Now in this case, the machine has the pump in the back and the membrane diaphragm again connected to the pump, and it has instead of a hairpin lock, it is a clamp connection for the Teflon hose. Both ends are clamped to continue on the other direction here. This valve again is the high pressure check valve, which will build the pressure to let the water go into the brewing unit. So now the next item here is the transformer. This transformer takes the current, whatever the normal current in the country, 120 or 230 volt. It will transform it to operate some low voltage parts, which is one of them is the electronic control board, which operates with 24 volts, or in some it is 16 volts. But whatever that is, it doesn't matter. The transformer will take care of it. What we feel is an odd location is for the transformer to be next to the pump and this membrane regulator, because this is a frequent cause of leakage. Water will drip on the transformer, and we have had several cases of transformers shorting, and we had to replace those. So the connections then here, they go from the membrane regulator to the high pressure check valve, and from there, let me remove this boiler. It has two boilers here, one for the hot water and one for the steam. The larger one is for hot water. The small one is for the steam. It is a supplementary boiler which takes the hot water from the boiler, the larger one, and converts it very fast into steam. So the water from here is going through the check valve to the deviation here. The tube is coming out, going into the steam boiler. In case you need to use for steam, then you will activate this boiler to convert it into steam. And when it is converting it into steam, the water pump will not be steady, like the sound will be brrrr, meaning a continuous full force pumping of water. But when it is in the steaming mode, it will just spurt, pump, 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 so that very few drops at a time will be pumped through. The hot water will go through this one to convert it. It has very small flow of water because the steam doesn't need a lot of water. So it will convert it into the steam, and then it will go towards the ceramic valve. This is a typical, very different part that you don't see in any other brands of machines. This changes the direction of steam and hot water to go into the correct direction. Behind this is the heat exchanger. The water comes in and goes out, and if there is any blockage, it will drain it into the drip tray, which is very at the bottom of this, the drain. Now, we have never understood the function of this, but it's there, so we deal with it. So the ceramic valve is something that you hear the sound in the beginning when you turn the machine on, so it is getting it ready and bringing it into dispensing of water mode. And when you are using for steam, then it will again do a typical change over to dispense the steam. So it is actually controlling the direction of which way steam or hot water has to go. Now the next item is I'll show you how to remove the brew group from the machine. I had shown this plate was removed earlier, and I will remove this again. And here is the brew group. There are 3 Torx screws that fasten it in place, and I will remove those screws now. They use T15 Torx. Two of them are on one side, one below and one a little above, inside of this scraper, coffee scraper. And the third one is here on the left of the brew group. There is one more screw on the top of this side, but you don't have to remove that for freeing the brewing unit. This screw is a little larger in size, and I'll give you the size of the Torx. Come on, baby. Okay, so we removed those necessary 3 screws that we had to free this brewing unit, and now it is completely free. And we tilt it out, first the bottom, and then the whole thing will come out. The top part is still connected to the outlet, and we disconnect that tube. The brew group is out. Now here's the condition of spilled coffee, and obviously when the espresso is made it will be wet, and the hot water temperature will cause the humidity, and very ideal situation for fungus growth. This is the bottom part. Obviously, either it is fungus or calcium. We can analyze that later on, but just for your view, this is the condition as we removed it. This scraper will pull out. That's the scraper, baby. And that's completely, this is the slide which will operate this gear, and this slide is operated by the small gear on the brew drive motor. We showed it in the previous display, and that motor is on the other side. I'll show you again. This is again the encoder which monitors the different movements of the brewing unit. In the front end, this is the brew drive motor, and it has a gear that is not removed yet, but it is on the other side, that will operate this slide. And as the slide is turned by that gear, the large gear for the brew group is moving up and down the different positions of the piston to operate it. When a brew group returns to the home position, this will be the condition that the hole of the compacting cup for the coffee will be right in the bottom position, and this will align with the top part of this. When you turn this gear to move this, you can see the filter, the coffee cup is turning away to align with the piston. Can I show the piston? Obviously not. The piston is right inside on this deep hole here through in the drive brackets. So anyway, this is just one movement. The cup will go into align with the piston, and then in the second movement it will rise up to compact the coffee, And then the third movement will be when the pump will start pumping water. After the coffee is dispensed, it will bring it back to the home position. Many times when the error 8 comes up, that is because the cup is not returning to the home position. That's as simple as that. So many a times when you call Jura, they will tell you to insert your hand, remove the drip tray, insert your hand and try to clean the bottom of the brewing unit, but that is not really cleaning. It is just a temporary fix for another few espressos. But the bottom line is, because of these coffee spills, the movement of the brew group is restricted and it does not come back to the home position. And that is when the error 8 will appear. Thank you for watching, and we will be back with more videos.